A very, very good morning to everybody in the early years department on this gorgeous rainy day. How excited all the plants must be in Gabs today, receiving all this beautiful, beautiful rain. Right, early years, today we are having an assembly by our two ICT teachers, Mr. Waklala and Ms. Chepeti. They are going to be talking to us about something very, very, very important. What it means to be a digital citizen. I need you all to listen very carefully because this is a big part of the world that we are living in right now. Before we do that though, we have a few birthdays to celebrate in the early years, 5 to be exact. And those children are Mila in reception A, Elang and Charlotte in reception B, Arefa in 1B, and Zayn in 2C. A very happy birthday to each and every one of you. I hope that you have a wonderful time celebrating your special day. Right, now I'm going to hand over to Mr. Waklala and Ms. Chepeti. So everybody sit up straight and listen carefully. Have a wonderful day. Please stay out of the rain at break time if it's still raining. I don't want everybody getting wet, as I'm sure you can see from Mrs. Frolick's hair that she's already been caught in the rain a few times this morning. Have a lovely day, everybody, and I will see you again next week. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to learn about digital citizenship.
Digital citizenship is the use of technology, responsibility to learn, create, and participate.
Good morning, parents and students. Today we're all going to learn about all good digital citizens. Protect private information from themselves and others. Respect themselves and others. Stay safe online. Balance the time they spend online and using media. Stand up to cyberbullying when they see it happening. Thank you for learning with us. Have a good morning. Bye.
Citizenship includes staying safe online and being an upstander to cyberbullying. An upstander is a person who supports and stands up for a person who is being bullied online. Bye.
A digital footprint is a trail of information you leave behind when you use the internet. Carefully managing your digital footprint. This helps young people to learn about their online presence and activity.
Protecting private information. It is a bad idea to post personal information online, such as phone numbers and addresses, because if criminals get hold of this information, they can use it to harm you or your family. Bye.
Parents and teachers talk to your kids and teach them about how to be a good digital citizen and how to be safe online.
Respecting yourself and others when you are online, you have to acknowledge only and be considerate of other people's opinions and privacy.
Being a good digital citizen starts with me and you. Thank you. Bye.
Friends you've met online? Maybe you met them while playing a video game, or perhaps they're a friend of a friend. But were you absolutely sure they were who they said they were? Sometimes tricky people create fake profiles to convince kids to become friends. You might think this is silly and that you would never fall for it, but it's actually super easy to make a fake account. How easy? We'll show you. First, an adult signs up for a new account with a different email address. Then, they need to make a believable profile pic of a young person. They can do this with filters and Photoshop in just a few minutes. Or they can also Google image search 13-year-old and thousands of results will pop up, some real, some fake. Then they add a bio similar to ones kids use, putting in a high school, class year, emojis, that sort of thing. And that's it, it's that simple. They can now pretend to be a kid and try to strike up friendships with children like you, usually with bad intentions. So, wondering how you can recognize dangerous people like this when you're online? We've got 4 things to look out for. First, pay attention to how a stranger talks online. A dead giveaway someone is an adult is if they just sound like a grown-up. Think more serious and really formal, like, how are you doing today, instead of sup. As you probably know, real kids use emojis, abbreviations, and memes. They don't message each other like they're writing an English paper. Second, watch out for signs they're trying to control you. This could mean them setting rules for when you have to respond, what you should call them, or how you should talk to them. Third, be on the lookout for people who start getting very serious after chatting for just a few minutes, asking about things like your age, family, and likes and dislikes. Also, they may compliment you a lot and make you feel special. Finally, a major red flag is anytime a stranger asks you to send photos in your underwear or naked. Always tell an adult you trust immediately if this happens, even if the stranger threatens you. The people around you will be able to protect you. Your parents won't be mad, and nothing you've done is your fault. We know this stuff can be scary, but it's important to know that there are some people on the internet who try to hurt kids. It happens every single day, and it can happen even to smart kids like you. To help you stay away from people like this, remember these 3 things. Number 1, never give out personal info online. This means your address, phone number, and even where you go to school. Number 2, if a situation starts to feel weird, it probably is weird. Talk to your family if anyone ever makes you feel uncomfortable online. Number 3, leave the conversation right away and ask an adult for help if a stranger ever asks to meet up or come to your house. We hope this video has shown you just how easy it is to fake being a kid online, and that you've learned some tips for how to recognize when you may actually be talking to an adult. Stay safe out there. The internet's a big place. Know that no matter what, it's always okay to ask for help.